Have you ever felt like you're stuck in a cycle that never ends? Like no matter how much you wish for a better life, things just stay the same. Most people think that success is all about luck or who you know. But the truth is much simpler than that. Greatness isn't something that happens to you. It's something that starts inside your head. Today, I want to share a story with you that completely changed the way I look at the world. It's about a man who had nothing, not even a penny to his name, and how he transformed his entire reality just by changing one single thought. This story will show you that your current situation doesn't define you, your mind does. Imagine a busy railway station. Thousands of people are rushing past every single day. Everyone has somewhere to go and everyone is busy. In the middle of all this noise sat a beggar. His clothes were torn, his face was tired, and he spent every hour of his life holding out a small bowl, hoping someone would drop a bit of change into it. To him, this was life. He survived on the kindness or the pity of strangers. He never thought about the future. He only thought about his next meal. One afternoon, a very well-dressed businessman walked onto the platform. He looked sharp, confident, and successful. The beggar looked at him and thought, "This man is clearly rich. If I ask him for help, he'll surely give me more than anyone else." So, as the businessman walked by, the beggar stretched out his hand and asked for some money. But instead of reaching for his wallet, the businessman stopped. He looked the beggar straight in the eyes and asked a question that no one had ever asked him before. He said, "Do you always just take from others? Have you ever given anything to anyone in your life?" The beggar was shocked. He didn't know what to say. He felt a bit confused and replied, "Sir, look at me. I'm just a beggar. I have nothing. How can I give anything to anyone?" The businessman smiled, but it wasn't a mean smile. He said, "I am a businessman, and I believe in the law of exchange. If you can offer me something, I can give you something in return. But if you have nothing to give, then I have no reason to give you anything either." After saying that, the businessman got on his train and left. The beggar sat there for a long time, frozen. Those words kept playing over and over in his head. If you want to receive, you must first give. He realized that for years, he had been a taker. He believed he was small, so he acted small. He believed he was a victim of life, so he stayed a beggar. He realized that the secret to success wasn't about getting more money, it was about changing his value. For 2 days, he didn't even ask for money. He just sat and thought. On the third day, he noticed something he had ignored for years. Near the train tracks, there was a small patch of beautiful, bright wildflowers growing in the dirt. Suddenly, an idea hit him. He realized that even he had something to give. He went over, carefully picked a handful of those flowers, and went back to his spot. This time, when someone dropped a coin in his bowl, he didn't just say thank you. He smiled and handed them a flower. He offered them beauty and a reason to smile in exchange for their help. Something incredible happened. People started looking at him differently. They weren't looking at him with pity anymore. They were looking at him with appreciation. Some people even started giving him more money than usual because they liked the flowers. He felt a sense of dignity he hadn't felt in years. He realized that as long as he had flowers to give, people gave generously. But when he ran out of flowers, the money stopped. This was a huge lesson. People like to receive something in return for what they give. One day, he saw that same businessman again. He rushed over, but he didn't look like a beggar anymore. He had a big smile on his face and a bunch of fresh flowers in his hand. He said, "Sir, today I have something for you. If you give me money, I will give you these flowers in return." The businessman smiled, handed him a $10 bill, and took the flowers. He looked at the man and said, "You see, today you are no longer a beggar. Today you have become a businessman." Those words were like a spark. The man realized that the only difference between him and the successful people on the train was how they saw themselves. He decided that day to leave the station. He realized he didn't need to beg anymore. He had a business. 6 months went by. At that same station, 2 men in expensive suits met on the platform. They shook hands like equals. One of the men looked at the other and asked, "Do I know you?" The other man laughed and said, "Yes, we've met twice. Once when I had nothing to give, and once when I gave you flowers. Today, I run a successful flower business, and I'm traveling to expand it to other cities." The businessman was amazed. He asked, "What changed?" The man replied, "You taught me that we only receive when we give. I realized I was never a beggar. I just hadn't started my business yet. I just had to see myself that way." This story teaches us that life is shaped by our self-image. If you believe you are small, you will stay small. But if you recognize your potential, you can achieve anything. If you want to change your mindset, change your life. You have to stop seeing yourself as a victim and start seeing yourself as a creator. Don't limit yourself. See yourself as strong, capable, and successful. Because when your thoughts change, your whole world changes with them. I hope this story inspired you to look at your own life differently. Remember, you always have something of value to give to the world. If you found this story helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our next story. It really helps me out and allows me to keep sharing these lessons with you. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with some final thoughts on how to actually improve your life. Achieving financial freedom and personal growth isn't an overnight process. It requires a real mindset shift. It all starts with positive thinking and focusing on wealth creation through value. When you develop an entrepreneur mindset, you stop asking for handouts and start looking for opportunities. This is the most success motivation I can give you. Focus on your self-improvement every single day. If you follow this path, I promise you this will be a life-changing story for you too. That is exactly how to be successful in anything you do.